Hey Northridge Nation, Tech Tim here with the Northridge Do-It-Yourself Garage, and today we're going to show you how to install the AFE Power cold air intake for the Wrangler JL with the 2.0 turbo engine. This cold air intake is the AFE Momentum GT cold air intake system with a ProGuard 7 filter. AFE offers 3 different air filters for their cold air intake system: a white Pro Dry S oil-free 3-layer filter, a blue Pro 5R oiled 5-layer cotton mesh filter, and the green ProGuard 7 7-layer filter that we are using in this install. Now we're going to take our trim panel tool, we're going to lift up this clip, slide in underneath it, and pop right out. We then take the sensor, turn it counterclockwise, give it a little pull, then wrap it in the shop towel, and just tuck it up here by the core support. Take our flat blade screwdriver or an 8mm socket and loosen the worm drive clamp at the air filter box and the one at the turbo resonator. Now we'll take our 10mm socket and ratchet and remove the 2 bolts holding the factory intake tube in place. Now we're going to grab the intake tube, we're going to pull back from the air filter box, give a little twist and pull back from the turbo resonator. Now we're going to grab our 10mm socket and remove the bolt holding the air filter box in place. Now the air filter box, wiggle and a pull, and she pops right up. We'll want to remove these 2 grommets from the bottom, and we'll want to remove the steel sleeve and rubber grommet here at the mounting tab. Then we take the locating grommets and put them back in the factory position. Remove the steel sleeve and rubber grommets on the intake tube. We're going to install our grommets into the new AFE parts. So the rubber grommet snaps in first, then a little soapy water, and the steel sleeve pops right in. The same goes for our air intake tube. And our IAT grommet, and then the IAT adapter. And it's easiest to wet it a little bit with some soapy water, push it in, and then use your fingers down underneath to support the rubber grommet to keep it from sliding through. We take the supplied brass barb fitting, we're going to throw a wrap of Teflon tape on it just to make sure it's sealed. And then that goes into the fitting on the back of the air intake tube, and use our 9/16 socket to snug it up tight. We take the silicone hose, slide that over the brass barb, then the vacuum tee, and the push clip to lock the vacuum tee onto the air intake tube. We take our silicone bellows and the first of the T-bolt clamps and put them on the end of the intake tube, 11mm socket, and tighten the clamps. We take our AFE air filter box, our ProGuard 7 filter, set it down in, and just snap it into place. Make sure our clamp's on, and we're ready to install this in the vehicle. When we go to put the AFE air filter box in, we'll want to put a little soapy water on the nipples and then line them up with the locating grommet. Drop it down in and give it a good push. We reuse the factory hardware and snug it down. For our AFE air intake tube, we're going to slide the large end into the back of the ProGuard 7 air filter. Slide another T-bolt clamp onto the silicone bellows, kind of rotate and push it right up onto the turbo resonator. Then using our 11mm socket again to tighten the second T-bolt clamp. Then we go back to the 10mm socket and tighten down the factory hardware to hold the AFE intake in place. To our IAT sensor, slide it into the sensor adapter, and then snap our harness clip back into place. Then we grab our vacuum lines and snap them into place. And hey, we're just about done. Now all we have to do is go over all the connections, just make sure we got it all right. Then, hey, take a step back. Take a look at your new AFE Power Momentum GT cold air intake system and then take it out for a spin. Tell us what you think. Did you like this video? You want to see more? Hit the like button down below and then leave us a comment. We'll see you again soon here at the Northridge Do-It-Yourself Garage.